Good afternoon. My name is Isaiah Johnson. We are on the last week of environmental ethics, and today I'm going to be presenting my environmental perspective through a little doodle board or whatever you would like to call it, kind of like just an illustration board of me walking through. So the first thought is ethical understandings. My ethical understandings of the world are pretty simple, and they do range from a Christian or theistic perspective. I believe that God created the earth and created nature, created everything that exists today. God also created humans inside of His image, according to the Bible, according to Genesis. And then last but not least, it's worded a little bit differently in the Bible, but God created and left us to steward and to multiply and to be fruitful within the land. The big part that I would like to truly dive into, and especially from my perspective, is simply stewardship. It's not just taking dominion, but it's taking good care of and preserving the earth and everything that was created for our own use. I think that's a big aspect that people often bypass or is not interchanged for other things, but I think it's very influential in how I view the earth. Second off will be my decision making, and exactly what I do based off of these ethical understandings. So the first thing that I would like to say is practice loving God, and just having a true relationship with the Creator each and every day, seeking out some way to be closer to Him, just understand His purpose for our lives. Second off, which is a commandment in the Bible, is just to love your neighbor, just to treat others with respect as you would like to be treated. And then third, respect nature as His creation. It's nothing that we created. We don't have the power or the ability, and just respecting nature as His creation adds another aspect. So the Western understandings that we covered within this class, which honestly have some viable aspects in my own as well, since I grew up in the United States. First is that humans are the only animals with intrinsic value due to the way that we were created by the Creator. And therefore, it often leads to the fact that we must take and put under control any nature, any creation that we see fit for our use, which is not necessarily always bad. It doesn't always oppose what Christianity teaches, but has definitely been taken to quite the extreme at certain points in our lives. And the second off is that, or third, any opposition must be changed to evaluate our own thoughts. We're often greater than what we believe others are, and that's just often incorrect as far as the Western understanding goes. So my responsibilities on this earth, the first that I would say is just to leave a good footprint. People talk about carbon footprints and different things like that, but I would just like to live a good example, and also leave a good example. Second off right there, it's actually supposed to be hand praying, but it's just simply respect nature, and just kind of like a sign of unity. Respect nature and respect others as well. Third is show God's love through my own. Pretty self-explanatory. Contrasting ideas that I found within this course, I believe the indigenous or the native thought is often quite different to my own. They often believe that nature should be worshipped, whether it be the trees, whether it be the flowing waters, and they often thought that this was God rather than creation or a creator of this creation. Then the other thing that they think that I'm not necessarily so sure about myself is reincarnation, that humans, once they die, will be reincarnated as far as into animals or plants, and that's just not something that I firmly believe in within my own beliefs. So then lastly, just growth areas or anything that I learned, where can I improve within these thoughts. Respect others' views. You don't always have to agree, but you should be able to have a viable conversation with others about it. and about your thoughts and theirs as well. Second would be just respect nature. Don't litter. Understand that nature was created by God, so no unrational killing. If a bug's not doing anything to you, which this is something that I will change in the future from this course, there's no need to kill it. But otherwise than that, you do have dominion over it in my own beliefs. And last but not least, just create a better world for those to come. That's our job. I know some of the thought processes that we covered within this class don't agree with that, but if we don't, who else is going to create a better world for those to come? It's our responsibility. I just want to thank you for your time and your different perspectives that you shared throughout this course. It was truly a blessing to take it, and I've learned a lot just about the environment and perspectives surrounding it.